Welcome to Business Writing Fundamentals. This online tutorial will cover basic information that will help you write more professionally. First, we will review some common and easy to correct mistakes. Writers often confuse the three different spellings of there. T-H-E-R-E refers to existence, place, or position. T-H-E-I-R is a possessive adjective. T-H-E-Y'(re) is a contraction of they are. In the first sentence, there is referring to the existence of employees at UIC. In the second sentence, there is a possessive adjective modifying the word backgrounds. In the third sentence, there could also be written out as they are. A run-on sentence is not a sentence that is too long. Rather, a run-on occurs when multiple sentences are merged without the use of a conjunction or some type of punctuation. For example, this is a run-on sentence. There are three ways to correct this sentence. You could add a comma followed by the word so. You could add a semicolon. Or you could separate it into two sentences. Now, let's test your knowledge. Which sentence is incorrect? Sentence B is incorrect because instead of using T-H-E-Y'(re), the contraction for they are, it uses T-H-E-I-R, the possessive adjective. Next question. Is this a run-on sentence? You should have said no, because the comma and the conjunction but are used correctly. On to punctuation. Semicolons are possibly the most commonly misused punctuation marks, but the basic rule governing their usage is actually quite simple. Semicolons are used to connect two sentences that are closely related. For example, since the sentence UIC is located in Chicago is closely related to the sentence UIS is located in Springfield, the two can be joined by a semicolon. Commas are typically used in three different ways. They are used after introductory phrases, to separate items in a list, and when connecting sentences with a conjunction. In the first sentence, the comma follows the introductory phrase after we receive approval. In the second sentence, commas are used to separate the words students, faculty, and staff, which are items in a list. In the third sentence, a comma and the conjunction so are used to connect what could be two standalone sentences. UIC is a public university, and it receives state funding. Comma splices form run-on sentences. A comma splice occurs when a comma is used to connect two sentences without a conjunction. Sentences containing comma splices can be corrected just like other types of run-on sentences. This sentence contains a comma splice. It can be corrected by adding the conjunction but, changing the comma to a semicolon, or separating the sentence into two sentences. Now, let's talk about capitalization. All proper nouns must be capitalized. Proper nouns refer to unique people, places, institutions, or things. Days of the week and months are also considered proper nouns. For example, in this sentence, Wednesday is capitalized because it is a day of the week. Lincoln Hall is capitalized because it is a unique place, and the University of Illinois at Chicago is capitalized because it is a unique institution. Since it is a proper noun referring to a global system of interconnected networks, the word internet should always be capitalized. Time to review. Is all of the capitalization in this sentence correct? You should have said yes. Chicago and June are proper nouns, and they are both capitalized. Also, as you know, the first letter of any sentence should always be capitalized. Is this semicolon used correctly? You should have said no. Time is money, and please dress appropriately are not closely related, so they cannot be connected with a semicolon. Which sentence contains a word that should be capitalized? The word internet in sentence C should be capitalized. Which sentence contains a comma splice? Sentence A contains a comma splice. Oxygen is an element, and water is not, could both be standalone sentences, so they cannot be connected by a comma without a conjunction. It may be necessary to do some brainstorming if you are working on a complicated piece of writing. 4 useful brainstorming techniques are free writing, outlining, mapping, and listing key words. This diagram is an example of mapping. Proofreading is an important final step in any writing process. The steps for proofreading are: read for spelling and grammar, start at the end and work your way back to the beginning, read for tone and style, read aloud, and have someone else read. To register for an in-depth business writing fundamentals course led by an instructor, or to learn about other available courses, visit the UIC Training Index on the My Career homepage.